Hello, hello. How are we all this afternoon? Hope you had a great Friday up to now. Yay, I'm just going to shut this door. So, I'm just chilling, doing some work. I've been up super early last night. I was so inspired. I literally could not sleep. I was so excited, working on my program, working on things that I'm doing. I was super psyched that I literally couldn't even freaking sleep. That is the actual deal of what it was. So I wanted to kind of bring it back to basics, because yesterday I spoke a lot about how I felt really crap and how to get my, like how I created and became who I am today. And I did that on a bigger scale, but I thought I'd bring it right the way back to basics and really tell you and give you some really cool tips on how to do it on a much smaller scale on a daily basis. Okay, so I don't wake up every day and feel like I'm dead excited and dead happy and I'm really inspired. I am just human, so I actually don't always wake up like that. Although ask some people and they'll tell you that I actually wake up really early and I don't shut up when I wake up. I'm like, that's how I am. I'm a morning person, but I'm not always in flow in the morning. I'm not always inspired to do things. Sometimes I'm just awake. And that's fine, and that's normal, and I'm human, and I'm definitely not going to be the person to beat myself up for that, because I just don't see how that would serve anybody. But what I wanted to tell you was what I do and how I can do it to actually make myself feel better every day. And yes, we can touch on mindset work, and yes, I can tell you what to journal, and yes, I can tell you how to do the normal things that everybody will tell you what to do. I can tell you all of that. But what I really wanted to tell you and let you know, because I'm kind of going a little bit more recently, I thought I'd be a little bit more in depth in what I'm saying and what I'm doing, just because I feel like it's so easy, especially when there's so many coaches and there's so many people doing this. It's so easy to just scratch the surface and be like, okay, this is what it is. Not really telling you the inside, what it's like on a daily basis, because it's not easy. It's not every day that you wake up and you feel like, oh my god, yes, this is the best thing ever, I'm so excited and I'm so inspired and I'm so motivated to do whatever it is. Like, that's just not how it works. It's just period, end of story, just not how it works. Anybody that tells you that is a massive lie. And you see these quotes all the time, and you see this shit all the time of people literally like, go to bed really early and go to bed really late and wake up really early, and that's how you're going to be a really great entrepreneur. Like the time you go to sleep is going to dictate how the level and how good you are as an entrepreneur. Like, just complete bullshit. So I'm just here to let you know that I am also not somebody that wakes up super happy, super inspired, super motivated every single day. Just not who I am. In fact, there could be days and days and days at a time where I don't feel motivated, where I don't want to do what I need to do, I can always think and be creative and have content there. I can always kind of be that and get that out of me. But do you know when it works best is when I'm here and here completely in sync, and that's when I work best. So there's some things that I do sometimes that really just help me snap out of the shit state that I can be in, the normal everyday state that I could just literally be like, oh, done, fed up, I can't bother with this anymore. So one of the things that I do is I listen to some really high vibe music, because I really find more recently that energy is literally everything. Like, literally everything for me is energy. I can pick up vibes off people like within a second. I can do I can just pick stuff up like that. I'm so intuitive. So I've started to tap into that a lot more and really think about how I can snap out of it. So one thing would be energy, and what I could do. So I'll listen to some really high vibe music. So it's like, I don't know, if I'm going to rock around the room to Britney Spears, I'll rock around the room to Britney Spears. If I'm going to rock around to Metallica, I will rock around to Metallica. Whatever it is I feel like doing, whatever state I want to be in, I will snap into it, because it's not, sorry, but it's just not normal to wake up and be like, yes, your vision makes you drive, and the reason why you do something is your driver, but that's the deep down into the core of it. And that's really something that it is good and it works, but like, you need to start at the surface. You need to scratch the surface. You need to get to that subconscious level first. You need to really, really scratch the surface, change the state you're in. So that, I would say, get into some high vibes, listen to some high vibe music, go for a walk, go to the gym if that's what you like doing, do some yoga, move your body, get excited, change the frequency in your brain, start to change the wave frequencies in terms of your conscious and subconscious mind, and really, really start feeling it. I just dance around like a complete maniac and celebrate like I've just won the lottery, which by the way is never going to happen. So if you're waiting for that, read my last blog post, because you're waiting for that to happen. It's not going to happen, so you need to check that out. But I literally dance and act like I've just won the lottery. I celebrate. I mean, I could just do cartwheels, I could jump on the bed, I could pick my dog up and spinning around like I'm dead excited. Don't call the RSPCA because it's actually not cruel. He enjoys it. And all sorts of different things. So that's one thing that I do on a daily basis. That if I feel like crap, because it's normal to feel like crap. It really is so normal to feel like shit. Another thing that I tend to do a lot of is go back to what I love. And sometimes it's a lot harder than what you think. Sometimes it's not harder, it's easier than what you think to go back to what you love doing. Like, I love what I do, and sometimes if I am, might not have a client in, or I might not have a group program on, or whatever time, but I will literally go back and serve and help and give and find something that I can do to help somebody else, because that is where I am actually at my peak. I am in a much better place when I'm helping and giving back. That is who I am. That is down to the very core of me. You could ask anybody that knows me, that is friends with me, that is family of mine, they will tell you the same thing. I am a massive, 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 massive advocate of giving, and giving as much as I can, and giving with everything that I've got. And that's just who I am. And that's what really drives me at the end of the day, is going back to what I love. So really, one of the best things that you can do when you are in a place, and like I said yesterday, I spoke a lot about on a bigger scale, so how you change your life, overhaul, and then bring that back down, and how to make, change a really crappy situation, a circumstantial situation, into a really good situation for you. But I'm talking at this point on a daily basis, on a much, much smaller scale, of just when you wake up and feel like shit and you don't want to do anything, what to do in those situations, because in those situations are going to be the key turning points. It's in those moments that you're going to sit there and you're going to go, oh, wow, like, what can I do right now? And then you can start building those building blocks. So on a small scale, like I said, go back to your passion. Whatever your passion is, if your passion is a sport, go back and do it. Like, just freaking do it. If your passion, like I said, mine is coaching, serving people. If I got no clients in that day, or not got a group program on at the time, I will find someone to coach and I'll just coach them for free. Like, that is just what I will do, because it's what I love. It's knowing I'm helping it, and I'm not doing it. I'm doing it because it's what I love, and that's why I'm good at what I do, because I love every single part of it. So when I really do feel like crap, I will just go back to the basics. Yes, I will journal. Yes, I will do mindset work. Me personally can't really meditate. Bit of a strange one. Have a bit of a love-hate relationship with meditation. I love it. I can do it for a short period of time. I'm really going to look into going down into transcendental meditation. So if anybody is currently doing transcendental meditation, does transcendental meditation, or knows somebody somewhere in London that is teaching it at the moment, then please, please, please let me know, because it's something I'm really, really interested in. But meditation is meant to be a really great thing, because it's changing the frequency of your subconscious mind. And when you change that frequency of your subconscious mind, that is when change happens. Okay, decisions are made in your subconscious despite what everyone thinks. It really is the case. So imagine your conscious mind being like the guards at Buckingham Palace, deciding who's going to come in and out of the palace. Like, that is what your conscious mind is. It is simply a filter. So what you have to do is break through that barrier and get into your subconscious mind, did I say conscious? No, your conscious mind is a barrier. Filter into your subconscious mind, and that is where you can get the creative flow that you need, the energy that you need. But it's about doing the little things. So it's going back to basics. It's really finding what it is that sets you alight. Like, sometimes, like, I mean, everybody that knows me knows how much I adore Darcy. Darcy is my whole entire world. He's my tiny little teacup Yorkie. It's an ongoing joke that he literally comes everywhere with me. I'll go out in Chelsea, Mayfair, or whatever. The dog is with me everywhere. It's just like part of my arm. And it's one of those things where if I need to do something, I will sit and I will spend half an hour with Darcy and play with him and throw a ball or take him for a walk or do something, because it for me, it makes me feel so much in love and come from a really high vibe place to know that I actually really enjoy spending time with my dog. That's just the top and tail of it. But it can shift my mindset, and it can shift things, because you know what? That's something outside of me. That dog is something much more. It's something bigger than me. Like, that dog depends on me. So knowing that I can give and help and do everything I can to make that dog the best life he's physically could have, sometimes something as small as that. So if you've got children, it could be the same thing. Going back to basics, go and spend an hour with your children. Fuck off whatever you've got to do, sod it doesn't matter. Go back and do what it is you love, because you'll come back to what it is you've got a block with, and that will shift it, because you're in a different place. And I'll give you an example though. For me, like, particularly when I was at uni, I could not for the life of me come away from a laptop. Not only would I feel guilty if I came away from the computer doing whatever work or revision I had to do, but also I'd be like, if I step away from the computer, I'm not going to be able to come back to it. That was the mentality that was in. And it's true, a lot of the time, like, if I'm in complete zone focus, then I can't step away from what I'm doing. And anything that's going on outside of me is in, like, my peripheral is just like so gone. Like, I can't even focus on that. So when I'm so zoned, I'm so zoned. But sometimes when I'm not zoned and I'm not in flow and I'm not feeling like I want to do it, and in those moments, that is when I'm going to go and just throw caution to the wind and say, do you know what do I really want to do right now? And 90% of the time for me is going back and serving people and going back and helping and giving back and doing what I can. But for different people, it's different things. So all I'm here really trying to say to you is, listen to your heart, listen to it. Because there was 1 in a trillion chance that you were going to make it here as a human being. You could have just been the egg, or the sperm that didn't reach the egg. Like, that's what you could have been, but you weren't. Now you're 1 in a 4 trillion chance of being here. You've literally fought the hardest battle of your life to date. Okay, so whatever it is that you're going through, which you're feeling like crap, or you've got a mental block with something, or with work, or with relationship, or with business, or whatever it is, you've already faced the hardest battle. So go back and throw caution to it. Go and do what you love, because you had the hardest chance of being here. So go and do whatever it is that your heart craves in those times. Now, I'm not saying that and saying just be completely irresponsible and go, oh, that's it, no, not doing it anymore, like, I don't need this, like, whatever. I'm saying do it from a complete place of, I'm going to go and do what my heart craves, so that I can then have the strength and the gratitude and the love within me to be able to go on forward and do the next thing, and do the thing that I have to do. Because that source of strength is far more powerful than anything else at all that you would probably ever find. So that is what I wanted to share with you today. I'm going to keep it really short because it's Friday. I'm sure that you've got a lot of really exciting things to do. You've got bank holiday, you've got so many things that are happening. I'm sure it's going to be dead exciting for you. But if there's any questions around that, because I know it can be a little bit like tricky, and if you want any sort of answer to sort of specifics, give me a shout and I'll see what I can do with you for any sort of specific thing, or I can give you some questions to try and like journal on, meditate on, whatever suits you best, and we can talk more about it. But really, I just wanted to let you know that I don't wake up and feel like I'm going to just be so inspired. Like, I just don't. Sometimes I just wake up and feel like complete shit. Sometimes I wake up and I think, can't be arsed getting out of bed. Not because I'm not inspired, or not because I'm not good at what I do, or not because I don't absolutely adore what I do, but sometimes I just accept that I'm human, and if I feel like crap, I feel it, I surrender to it, I let it go, and I do what I want to do in that moment. So that is what I wanted to tell you to do as well. So listen to what your heart is saying, and listen to what you feel and what you crave. because that is really going to be the driving force for you to take yourself to the next level. It really, really will be. I promise you, with everything I have, that is sometimes you just have to give in to what you love doing. Okay, enjoy your weekend, guys. If, like I said, any questions, give me a shout and I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. But until then, I'll speak to you soon. Bye.